Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching a super duper special Friday reveal. It's way earlier than we normally do reveals, and that's because
the guitar has to get shipped today. I want it on the afternoon UPS truck.
that's right. So Chris has scheduled a pickup. The UPS guy is gonna come get it, and there's no way we can wait until 5. So you just have to stop doing your day job for a while, which is it's Friday still. You don't want to do your day job anyway. Your day job sucks. Compared to ours, your day job totally blows, probably. I don't know. Maybe your day job is awesome. Let me know in the comment section below how rad your day job is. But before you do that, before you start feverishly typing about how awesome, working at the bank is or whatever, we have a super cool, very special reveal today to show you guys. What is it exactly, Chris?
It is, well, first of all, the reason we're doing this reveal is because we didn't finish anything else this week ready for playing.
But this is
really cool, yeah. And I wasn't really planning on showing this one off, but since we needed something to reveal, here it is. And this is our version of a Fender Electric 12. That's actually what they called this model. Super original name, Electric 12 string.
They didn't call it like the 12 caster?
No, it actually said Electric XII on the headstock.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the name of this model. And this was the last model that Leo Fender designed before CBS.
Where does the Marauder come in?
The Marauder was not. That was much later. That was 67, 68.
Okay, so he had nothing to do with
He had nothing to do with that guitar.
Okay, I thought that, all right.
Yeah, no. And that guitar had never actually made it to any real production. But this did. And they were trying to cash in on the electric 12-string craze that Rickenbacker and the Beatles started.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they sort of failed in a lot of ways.
But
people
this is
didn't
cool,
seem to
though.
like these as much as they liked Rickenbackers.
No.
So,
walk us through what makes it. There's a bunch of neat stuff on here, you guys,
Yeah.
and Chris is gonna give you the rundown.
Well, let's start here.
In gruesome detail.
So it's got this crazy looking hockey headstock that you either love or you hate.
Somebody wanted us to do a version of the 6-string version of that guitar. What?
So later on, they took leftover electric 12s, bodies and necks, and made a model called the Custom.
Okay.
Sometimes they're also called the Maverick.
The Maverick is, yeah.
And they cut up electric 12s to do it, and they put a Mustang bridge on it, and they did a bunch of other wackadoo stuff on it. And I think it would be really fun to reproduce one of those, because they're the original conglomeration of a bunch of different parts.
Let's
into
come
a
back
model.
to that, because let's talk about that in the reveal. That'd be a fun topic. Okay.
Yeah. So so 12-string headstock. It's got this crazy string tree because the headstock's so long and you got to get the strings lower to get them so that they don't buzz over the nut. This particular one, we did my favorite tuners, especially on a 12-string, hip shot locking open gear tuners. They make stringing these things up and tuning them so much easier. This one has a really nice bird's eye maple neck.
That came from Dan?
That came from Dan, yes.
Okay.
It did come from Dan. And then it's got blocks and binding. So it's got white binding, and it's got white pearloid blocks from Russ.
Russ Cudney at Music Engineering Services did that for us.
Yep,
Yeah.
And I believe this is ebony.
It is ebony,
Yeah, I know.
Russ
ebony.
actually called me today, and he's like, I want pictures of that guitar because I want to make one too.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah. It's got dots on that side, white binding.
Did you add tint to the neck, or is that just
I did add some tint to the neck, yeah. Let's see, what else? It's got these crazy pickups. I believe they're hum canceling single coils. There's 3 poles in this one and 3 in that one. These are made by Curtis Novak. He's the only guy that makes electric 12 pickups, other than, I guess, Fender's now making them too. But yeah, really cool pickups. It's got a rotary switch, 4-way rotary switch, so it does neck pickup, neck and bridge in parallel, neck and bridge in series. Actually, I think those two are backwards. Series, parallel, and bridge pickup.
Tell us about that swanky bridge and cover. That's cool.
So the original ones, the original electric 12s had a very, very unique 12-string bridge that are rare as hen's teeth. You just can't get them. So this one utilizes a Godo 12-string bridge, and it's got six string through and 6 mounted through the back.
I like that bridge a lot, actually.
Those are supposed to be crooked. That's the way the template is.
Oh, that's
so that
right.
they'll go
Yeah, so let's talk about that
properly
bridge,
on
Chris, because
Okay.
that bridge is one of my favorite 12-string bridges. But it's not without its quirks. But it's each string is individually adjustable and can be individually intonated.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And because of the way that the through body holes go, it's not in a straight line.
Correct.
That was one of the definite quirks about that bridge, right?
Yes.
But I like it because you can get the matching 6-string one easily and do a cool double neck if you have a 12-string double neck.
Yeah, so we've used this bridge on a bunch of our double necks, along with the 6-string version.
And what about that kooky, super rich color? That's a neat...
Yeah, so this color is ox blood. The customer, this one's sold. The customer wanted ox blood. He actually bought, I made one of these a couple years ago. I was making a bunch of Marauder bodies, and I made a bunch of these to sell, and I ended up making myself a complete guitar, and he bought it, and he liked it so much that he commissioned us to make him another one. And these are the appointments that he wanted.
That's cool. Yeah,
as far as color.
Russ actually said that burgundy is one of his more favorite colors, too.
Yeah, yeah, and the paint company actually calls this Ron Burgundy. And then he wanted 2 scratch plates. He wanted a tortoise shell, and he also wanted a mother of diving board.
That's cool.
A pearloid one. So there's a pearloid one in the bag.
He's been posting pictures of this on one of the forums that he frequents, isn't he?
Yeah, and then this is actually a ring that goes around the Godo bridge. The Godo bridge isn't this big, but it cops the original look of the Fender bridge. So yeah, and then it's got, and this is plate, volume tone, jack, strap button.
Is anything on this guitar like recycled from another thing, or everything's different, right?
Yeah, everything is original on this guitar as far as design.
That's one of the things that like Fender guitars, especially the ones that Leo Fender did, there seems to be like very little reusing of pieces. Neck plates was one that he reused.
Yep.
Headstocks were one that he might have kind of reused. The Jazzmaster Trem is one that got reused, but
on another guitar. Yeah.
But yeah, like pickups and everything were different. So yeah, that's kind of a quirky, kooky thing. Well, so what's it? So give us the E, A, and D on all the settings so we can hear what it sounds like.
Okay. So there's the bridge.
Okay.
Bridge and neck. Or I'm sorry, that's the neck.
Okay.
That's the 2 of them in series, the super hot setting.
Okay.
That's parallel, like a normal 2 pickup combination.
Okay.
And then that's the bridge.
That'd be cool if you like did a bunch of Smithereens songs.
Yeah, 12 strings are really jangly, and they are really good for rhythm and not so good for playing solos.
Yeah, there's not a lot of action in this area on a 12 string.
No.
Necessarily.
No.
Someone's feverishly typing, oh yeah, well, that one guy did it. Yeah.
Glenn Campbell played a 12 string all the time. Yes, Glenn Campbell did. Yeah, and they're really fun to play rhythm and yeah, just lots of big chords. My hands hurt.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I don't know why, but they hurt really bad today.
Well, if you guys would like an electric 12 string, we do all kinds of that stuff, not just the Fender. We'll make you pretty much whatever you want. I think that's something that people forget about. That we get questions all the time. Hey, can you make me a 12 string that doesn't look like that but looks like... Yeah, we sure can. We'll be happy to do it too.
Yeah, and it's funny, like most of the kind of Gibson-y stuff that we make
Yeah.
is a Gibson, but with this feature, that feature, much different. Most of the Fender stuff we make, especially stuff like this, is make me an electric 12.
Make me an exact replica.
As close as we can get, only maybe color and a couple other little minor things. But
Yeah.
for the most part, electric 12, Marauder.
So yeah, somebody wanted us to make them well, they didn't want us to make them a Maverick. They said, you should make one.
Yeah.
So what they did to do those is they took the electric 12 and then kind of cut it up and glued it back together. And
Yeah, they cut up the headstock and shrunk it down so it just was 3 on a side.
Okay.
And then they veneered the top and the back so that you couldn't see where they cut it and spliced
So
it.
it'd be way easier to just make a new neck for us.
For us,
Yeah.
not for them. I don't know how many of these things they had. They probably had
Yeah.
a couple hundred bodies and necks that they had to piece together.
But you were saying it had this same kind of
it had the hockey
Smurf
yeah.
headstock. Yeah.
And the original ones.
Right now, someone's feverishly typing something that's more obscene than hockey
Yeah.
stick or Smurf.
Yeah, had a big through string metal plate that went here.
Did all 12 strings go through on the originals?
Yeah, all 12
Okay.
strings went through on the original ones, and they filled that in with wood and painted the backs black. The tops were sunburst with an all black back, which was really weird, and you can always see the filled in wood part now.
Because as we all know what lacquer does.
It shrinks.
Yeah.
And then they put in a Mustang trim instead of the 12 string trim, but it had the same.
Oh, there was a trim on the electric 12?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe, to my mind, the worst trim Fender ever
Oh.
made. The Mustang trim is awful, I think.
But no, the 12 string had a trim though?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
No, they replaced the original hardtail
With the- okay.
Mustang, trim. I think partially because this fits
Oh, it covers
This
up the little
fits the Mustang stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, had the same pickup, same rotary switch, same metal stuff here. Oh, and they cut the body. I forgot. They cut the
Yeah, it kind of
top
comes to a
horn
little
off,
tit, right?
and they did this swoopy thing in the back.
Okay.
And they're ridiculous looking in a cool way just because you know the story.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is the original 12 strings had a really wide neck because the string spacing down here was wide.
Yeah, that's right.
So they put a regular 6-string bridge on it, and all of a sudden the strings look like that.
So if you guys want us to build you a Maverick, we can do it dimensionally the same as they were, or we could just make it
Or
right.
we could do a hot rod version, and we could also
Yeah.
do a
Does the Fender Custom Shop have like a hot rod or a parallel universe Maverick or
I
something?
think they make some
Probably.
Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah. And that, I guess so. The original ones were called the Custom, and it was popular enough that they ended up having to actually make some real necks.
Oh,
And they
okay.
called those the Maverick.
Okay.
And you can tell that those don't have a veneer on them. That's how you can tell if it was one of the cut-up ones or not.
How close was that to the TV show or the car?
Maverick?
Yeah.
I believe the
It's a
TV
popular
show
name.
was, because they actually kind of write it in a Western-looking font,
Okay.
which is also unique. Yeah. And, I'd love to make one of those just because it's just so goofy.
Well, maybe we'll do a what would Chris Fesker do if he were
Yeah,
in
what
the
would Chris
shop,
Fesker do?
and
He'd
we'll build a Maverick
build a
one day.
Maverick.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I unless you got anything else, Chris.
Now we got to get this in the box.
Got to get it in the box. The UPS guy's on his way. So until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar. See you next time, you guys.